What's up everybody, it's Justin Romine here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I got this really cool microphone that I've been looking to test out and see how it compares. It's called the Synco D1 microphone. So it's a shotgun mic, and today I'm going to be comparing it to the Rode NTG3, which has been my go-to shotgun microphone. Shotgun microphones are great for capturing super good audio, very directional. There are different types of shotgun microphones out there. The ones that I have, especially the Rode, is a hypercardioid microphone. What got me interested about the Synco microphone is it is a hypercardioid pickup pattern, which means it's a little bit tighter than a supercardioid. So a supercardioid is going to be a little bit more forgiving. You don't have to place it directly in front of your audio source. Whereas like the hypercardioid has been known to pick up only what's kind of like right in front of it. So today I'm going to be testing both microphones in two different environments. And in those two different environments, I'm going to be doing three different tests. One is going to be with it about like 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches away from my mouth. And then the other one's going to be just outside of arm's reach. And the third test I'm going to do in each environment is going to be about 4 feet away. And after I go through each test with both microphones, I am going to wrap up all my final thoughts and a conclusion at the end of this video. So if you want to just jump straight to that, you can. But hopefully this video will help you be more informed when deciding which microphone you want to purchase. Now, Synco Microphones did send me this D1 mic. It's their new mic that they're coming out with. It is priced at $199. Which really surprised me for the build quality and what it came with and everything, compared to the Rode NTG3, which is priced at $699. So there's definitely a huge price difference between the two mics, but let's see how they compare. All right, so right now, this is the first testing location. This is the Synco Mic D1, and there's a dump truck coming by right now. Dump truck's just coming on by, getting in my audio. I don't know if you can even hear that, but this is a hypercardioid pickup pattern. So you are gonna have to be really spot on with your mic placement, would be my guess. All right, so now this is test number 1 with the NTG3 microphone by Rode. I have the same settings as I did with the Synco. I am noticing that the audio levels are still a little bit higher with the Rode NTG3, which means it has a little bit higher sensitivity, it seems like. Okay, so now the microphone is about a little outside of arm's reach away. You can kind of see it. Might not be exactly 2 feet, but this is about where I'm going to position it for 2 feet away. All right, so now this is the Rode NTG3 microphone. It's placed the same distance, just outside of arm's reach. It's placed the same distance, just outside of arm's reach. It's placed the same distance, just outside of arm's reach. So now this is the Synco D1 microphone in the test location number 1, which is the home office setting. The mic is now currently almost 4 feet away from the audio source, which is my mouth. In the test location number 1, which is the home office setting. So now this is the Rode NTG3 in the test location number 1, the home office setting. Right now it's placed just under 4 feet away from me, and this is what it sounds like. Right now it's placed just under 4 feet away from me, and this is what it sounds like. In the test location number 1, which is the home office setting. Right now it's placed just under 4 feet away from me, and this is what it sounds like. All right, so now this is testing environment number 2, which is my living room. It's a very open floor plan, so it's very echoey. And this is the Synco D1 microphone. It's a hypercardioid microphone. Rode NTG3 in test environment number 2. And this is the Synco D1 microphone. It's a hypercardioid microphone. Rode NTG3 in test environment number 2. This is the Synco D1 microphone, placed a little outside of arm's reach. So now this is the Rode NTG3 in test environment number 2, which is an echoing environment. Now the microphone is just over arm's reach away from me. This is the Synco D1 microphone, placed a little outside of arm's reach. Now the microphone is just over arm's reach away from me. So this is the Synco D1 microphone. This is test environment number 2, which is my living room, a very echoey environment. Right now the microphone, the Synco D1, is definitely outside of arm's reach. It's probably about 4 feet away. This is the Rode NTG3 in a echoey type of environment. Right now it is about double my arm's length, so probably about 4 feet away from me. So this is the Synco D1 microphone. This is test environment number 2. This is the Rode NTG3 in a echoey type of environment. Right now it is about double my arm's length, so probably about 4 feet away from me. All right, so I have my final thoughts right here. Let's go through them, shall we? So the Synco D1, the pros that I came up with for this microphone based on the testing and all that, the microphone does sound really crispy when you get close up to the microphone, as any microphone should, but this has a little bit higher tendency towards the higher frequencies and not as much tendency for the lower frequencies. So you're gonna get that nice and crispy audio with not a whole lot of bass, but you can always boost that up in post. Another pro for me on this microphone is that it is a hypercardioid pickup pattern. It can be a pro and a con depending on what you're shooting, but for me, since I don't have a hypercardioid pickup pattern microphone, I like that because it is really tight. I can place the microphone really close to the subject, make sure that it picks up their audio and not as much audio of the ambient noise in the room. Another big pro for this microphone is it is battery powered. You can throw in one AA battery. Supposedly the battery life will last 100 hours. Now I don't know how true that is. I've only had it for a couple weeks, but that's pretty cool. So along with the pros, there is a few cons with this microphone, and they kind of could be seen as a pro as well. But the cons I came up with, you do have to place the mic pretty close to get that rich quality sound that the microphone can deliver on. But that's kind of expected being a hypercardioid pickup pattern. And another thing I noticed switching between both microphones, the Rode NTG3 tended to have a little bit higher sensitivity. So if I had both microphones set at the same dB as far as like the output, the volume for the microphone, I would actually have to increase the volume for the Synco D1 compared to the Rode NTG3. So the Rode NTG3 has a little bit higher sensitivity, which is kind of good because you can lower the amp volume because the mic's doing most of the work. So it could really be seen as a pro or a con. Now for the Rode NTG3, pros I had are it does come with a full bodied sound. You get a nice full bass sound along with some higher frequencies. Now it does tend to cater towards the bass. So sometimes that can get a little bit overwhelming depending on the environment that you're filming in. But again, in post, you can always throw a high pass filter on there and that'll take care of that. I did notice with the Rode NTG3 that even if I move the microphone a little bit further away from my mouth, the audio source, it still tended to outperform the Synco D1 microphone. And my last pro with the Rode NTG3, which we kind of already talked about, was there's a little bit higher sensitivity in the microphone, so I can crank the volume down on my transmitter or receiver and actually be able to lower the noise floor so you're not getting as much ambient noise in the room. Now the cons with the Rode NTG3 is it does need phantom power. You gotta do phantom power. There's no battery option. Now I do know that the Rode NTG4 Plus option does allow a battery to help power it. Now the other con, like I said, with the bass, can be a pro or a con depending on your environment, but another con with the Rode NTG3 is that sometimes the bass frequencies can be a little too much. But again, if you just in post throw on a high pass filter, you'd be good to go. Well, anyways, y'all, those are my thoughts on the Rode NTG3 versus the Synco D1 microphone. Thank you, Synco, for sending me that D1 microphone. I think it is a great microphone considering the price point at $199 US. But those are my honest thoughts. I definitely am going to be integrating both microphones in my workflow depending on the environment that I'm shooting in and how close or how far away I need to be from my subject. Well, if y'all stuck with me to the end, I appreciate you. Drop me a comment down below. I look forward to hearing from you, and we will catch you filmmakers in the next video.